So welcome. I'm super excited to be here again today. And I wanted to thank you for all of the emails that I got. I got a great amount of emails, people saying that they felt the energy, that it was really exciting. And some that said that even just the heart meditation was a little bit emotional. So, you know, sometimes, I mean, we are dealing with the heart. This is all heart-based. And so if we've had some sadness, we may be helping to release that, and that may come out as sadness or tears or just a good release. So I'm happy that I was able to help you do that for a little bit. I also had some questions that people sent in, and I promised that I would answer those. So I'm going to go through just a couple. One was, what kind of music do I listen to during my own personal Qigong sessions? And what I use is, it's similar to what I have playing now, and I hope it's not too loud. If it is, you can put it in the chat box. It's too loud? It needs to go down. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So what I do listen to in my own headphones when I'm doing this is a meditation called Hollow Sync. And I'm going to actually put that into your email letter. You can purchase that off of a completely different website. It's not what is recommended at all by anybody but me. I just enjoy it personally. It uses binaural beats. And so it changes the brain patterns and makes a short period of meditation, say an hour in your brain, be much bigger. And so it accomplishes more. So again, I will send that out. Today we're listening to something that I found on Apple Music, and I can also post that in if you like it. Another question came in and asked, can you do harm with this? And the answer is no. You can't do harm with this to yourself or to anybody else if you are offering healing. So according to Master Lin, when he talks about it, because it's so heart-based and it is all just about your good intentions and your love, that if you were trying to do someone harm with it, the energy would just stop flowing. And so you can just relax and knowing that this is only for good, only used for good, only used for love. And then another question came up is, how do you protect yourself from the energy of others? And perfect timing, I see the question the person who asked that question just popped in. So I have a lot of you on here that may be feeling that way. I have instructors, I have doctors, I have therapists, I have teachers, I have moms. I mean, all of us, we get into a space, if we're particularly sponge-like to energy, we pick up other energy. And so there are many, many ways that you can protect your energy, and we can have a long conversation on a different day. But I will say that in this particular tradition, they do talk about that. And so by placing your finger and your first finger and your thumb together like this, that is how we protect in Qigong. So even if you're out in public and you just want to take your hand and you put it in your pocket, and you do this in your pocket, that just protects your energy. And you see that a lot in meditation. You'll see that because your eyes are closed and you're in tune. And so you're just protecting your energy and keeping your personal energy to yourself. So if you have any other questions, please keep emailing them to me because I want to answer as many as I can. But today I'm so excited because today we're going to actually play with energy. We're going to do two exercises, two new exercises plus the one we did last week. So we're going to do a total of 3. But these 2 that I'm going to teach you today, in my opinion, it's playing with energy. And I love, this is one of my favorite go-tos. There's a lot of exercises that I kind of do as like a repertoire, but these 2 are always involved because I love, actually these 3 are always involved. Even if I only have a short span of time to do them, I will always include these 3. So today we're going to be working on the heart channel, and the emotion that goes with heart channel is joy. So last week, I had a number of people tell me that when we were working on happiness, how happy they felt afterwards. And so now we're working on joy. So I hope that you will be filling yourself up with not only the happiness, because we will be doing that first exercise, but also the joy. And you will walk out into your weekend feeling amazing. But we're going to start by calming my energy down, because I'm a little excited today, and calming your energy down. And we're going to start with the breathing technique. So I teach a lot of breathing techniques in my studio, and this is very different. It was a real challenge for me, I will say that, because it is the complete opposite of many of the techniques that I teach. It took me a little while. So if this feels a little foreign and like I don't know how to make my body do that, don't worry about it. It'll come with practice. And also, it is not about perfect form. The way that Master Lin teaches it, he always says good, better, best. And my grandfather used to say good, better, best, never let it rest. The good get better and the better get best. So I love when Master Lin says that, because it reminds me of my grandfather. And it is simply the intention of what we are doing, and then it will become better for you as well. So here's how it works. I just want you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that there is a beautiful golden light, and it is surrounding you completely. And just take in a few normal, natural breaths. Just allow yourself to relax into that golden light. A light of healing, a light of peace. Allow your shoulders to relax. And now I'd like you to inhale, but I want you to think about inhaling through your belly button. So you're gonna draw that inhale in through your belly button, so you can feel that belly button draw in a little bit. And then as you exhale, imagine that light that you've just inhaled spreading through your body. And then you inhale that light again through your belly button and spreading it throughout your body. Now, obviously, we are still inhaling through our nose as well. But just feel how that feels to pull it in, to draw it inward into your belly button. As you exhale, the belly button relaxes back to its neutral, natural position. And we're drawing it into a space right behind the belly button, and we call this the lower dantian. And it gathers there, and then as we exhale, we expand it through the body. And we just bring in more and more and more. Now, we've talked about how energy can't be destroyed, it can only be changed or transformed. So I want you to imagine filling your body up with all of this good, yummy stuff. And we are transforming anything that, for lack of a better word, feels negative, whether that's illness or emotions or thoughts that we just don't want anymore. And we are pushing them out of the body. The body is becoming so full of this light, this beauty, that it's pushing out everything that we don't want. And it's pushing it out through the skin. From this point, you can imagine that coming out of your body as either something like a black or gray smoke. It's disappearing off into the universe. Or for some people, it comes out very strongly as butterflies. I have to admit, I tried smoke at first, but mine only would come out as butterflies. So allow your body and your brain to decide for you how it's coming out and transforming into the universe as something different. Continue to breathe it in through your belly button and exhale that beautiful light, or expand that beautiful light on the exhale through your body. And then press out anything that causes you discomfort. And allow that release, that transformation, that change. And if it does come out as smoke, just imagine that the wind just blows it away. It does not linger around you. The wind just blows it away. Now I'll have you take one hand and place it on your heart. We're going to go into that imagery that we used last week. So remember that memory that made you happy. It made you smile. It made you feel safe and cozy. That's the memory I want you to find right now. We try to hold on to it, even though we're still breathing in that golden light. Try to find that memory in your heart. Feel that happiness. Feel that smile come on your face. Feel the relaxation of the shoulders and the facial muscles and your neck and throat area. Feel a relaxation around your head, forehead, and ears, behind your eyes and your jaw muscles. And just fill yourself up with that happiness for a moment. And send that feeling, that happiness, spread it through your body. And it's intermingling with the golden light that we've already brought in. Let it intermingle throughout your body. Feel how soothing that is. That warm light, that ease, that easy happiness. Everything feels fluid and nice. And bring your mind back to the area behind your belly button. Bring your awareness back to that area. I want you to see that energy right behind the belly button. See it as a beautiful globe. And now begin to spin that globe in a clockwise manner. You can either see it spinning from the front in a clockwise manner, or you could see it spinning as though you're hovering over the top of it. And you see it spinning clockwise. And as it spins, it begins to glow brighter, but it also, at the same time, grows smaller. It grows brighter and smaller and brighter and smaller until it's the size of an almond, a golden glowing almond. And you're going to take that almond and you just tuck it right behind your belly button. Just tuck it into the folds. And then take another 2 or 3 cleansing breaths. And then take your fingers and hands, you're gonna rub them together. And be sure to get in between the fingers. And then you're gonna rub and massage your ears, and the inside and the outside. And then gently tug on the earlobes. Okay, well done. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that, and then we're gonna go into the standing portion. So every time we are done doing meditation or the standing movement portion, we are going to finish by doing what they call harvesting the chi. So we harvest what we've built in our bodies by rubbing our hands together, and very specifically getting in between the fingers, because we have spinal points in here, and we want to make sure that we're massaging the spine. Then there's a very long process, and there's a short process to harvesting the chi. And today we're just going to do the short process. So from there, we massage the ear points. And I'm going to put in the email, I'll send what some of the ear points are. But just note that for now, we want to make sure we are massaging this, like the spine of the ear right there, and the inside of the ear really nice, the back of the ear, and then tugging on the ear lobes. There are pieces where we're gonna cup the hands and tap the head, and underneath at the base of the skull. And for today, that's all we're going to do. So, and I didn't include that, but we're gonna do that 9 times, cupping the top of the head, and 9 times at the back. And we'll do that at the end of the movement meditation. So those are those pieces. And then every time we go into our standing meditation, we're also going to use that imagery that you had to find your happiness. So we always want to go into a smile before we start and get that feeling of happiness. We're not reaching for joy in this one. Remember, we will reach for joy with the exercise, but to start the actual movement, we are just reaching for that ease and that happy feeling, which is why we have that memory. And if that memory is not working for you, feel free just to choose a different one. Keep playing with it until you find the memory that you can use the same one each time. It just makes it very easy. And along with saying, saying the words of my body is in the universe is in my body, the universe and I combine together, it's like a Pavlovian response. The minute that we think these things, the minute that we say the words, the body says, or the brain says, oh, look, we're going to create energy. And so we do create the energy, and it becomes a very quick way to turn it on. So it's something that we always do. And I think that's about it for now. I don't want to give too much information because I know that it's an overload. There's a lot. And I kind of just want to give you some of the whys too, because the more that you know, the more that you understand, and the more that you know the why of, I think you'll do more of the practice rather than just giving you the practice and then expecting you to do it. I think that doesn't always work that way. As a coach, if I put on my coach hat, I know that if I'm not explaining the whys, that my clients aren't going to do the exercises or practices that I give them. So I want to make sure that you actually gain a lot from this class. All right. So now we're going to actually move up into what I said before. We're going to play with the energy today. And I literally mean it like play. To me, this is like playing with the energy. It feels very much like, kind of in my imagination, it's like an otter just playing with a ball. And we're gonna play with an energy ball today. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna move you back so you can see me better. And let me see, can you see me from here? No, you can't. Also shifting upward and getting things out of the way. All right, so let's review a few of the basic concepts. I am standing, and I know I have my baggy stuff on, so you can't really see, but I am standing with my knees slightly bent for this, and I'll remain bent throughout. However, it does not mean that you need to remain bent throughout. If that feels really uncomfortable for you, I want you to know that you can just imagine keeping your knees soft. We just don't want them like pressed back or locked in place. So they just want to be very nice and soft. You can also do this in a chair. So that's not a problem at all either. And oftentimes if I'm too tired, I will just sit down because it is a lot to stay in this position. Then the other thing is, the body wants to be relaxed. So I'll notice that even in this position, I have to tell myself over and over again, relax through the shoulders, relax through the shoulders. We want the body to be loving this. And so we want to keep it really, really relaxed. Let's see, what else? We want to smile and we want to find our happy image before we start. And then we've got 3 moves today. So the first move is going to be the moving of the yin and yang. And we did this last week. My fingers are going to be splayed because that's where that's where we're going to feel that energy. And it's always most of the time they will be splayed. There are a few movements that we'll do eventually where the fingers are cupped like this, but for most movements that we'll do, they'll be like this. You remember this one, so we're going in this elliptical pattern, right? And one is coming in front of the other. Then we're gonna move into the breathing of the universe. So one of my very favorites. The breathing of the universe is basically, we are using imagery to create that feeling of the energy in our hands, and we're gonna be creating a ball approximately the size of a soccer ball. But your energy may feel slightly bigger or slightly smaller. If you notice, once you get your energy there, when you feel it, you feel the edges, you can push in just slightly and you can feel it become quite dense. So you can play with that, just the density of it. And then the movement is that my elbows are moving. So you can see that my elbows kind of go in and out. And when we are imagining this breath, and I'll remind you all of this, but I like to go through it. Imagine that your entire body is doing the breathing. It's not just the arms, but the whole body is doing the breathing. And if at first you feel confused, you can open your eyes and you can just watch me. But you will see that my body does move completely. And when it becomes easier for you, you can even add in some movement through the knees. So basically I'm going up and down as I'm doing this. So it feels like a full body breath. And then from here, we are going to do another exercise where we create the ball and we play with the ball. So one hand goes on top, and then watch my elbow. My elbow draws back, and I'm going around the ball, and then my other elbow draws back, and I go around the ball. And my other elbow goes back. And I just literally think that over and over, drawing one elbow back, drawing the other elbow back. And I'm able to create this really beautiful feeling in the body. So think about your shoulder loosening up. Think about your shoulder blade in particular loosening up. and allowing that freedom of movement. The other idea for you is that for a lot of people that I see, and this includes honestly some of the masters that have been doing this for a long time, just when I put on my movement specialist hat, I can't help but watch and notice that it would feel better in the body if instead of just using wrists, that you actually bring that movement through here, right? Just because it's easier on the body and you can really feel that movement going. So rather than think wrists, think elbow. All right, so let's do this together. Take a nice, beautiful breath. And I'd like you to imagine there is a golden light all around you. It's a light of healing, a light of love. And we're gonna breathe in that light. I want you to inhale it through your nose, but at the same time, through your belly button. You can feel that inhale through the belly button. And as you exhale, the belly button relaxes. As you inhale, you draw it in through the belly button. And it relaxes. That energy that you're drawing in lingers for a moment behind the belly button, just behind the belly button. And as you exhale, it begins to spread through your body. You continue to bring it in, and it just continues to expand. It expands so much that it begins pushing out all of the illness out of your body, all of the discomfort, all of the pain. It pushes out all of the unhappy thoughts. And you just continue to bring in this loving energy and pushing out all that makes you feel uncomfortable. And you can see it leave your body. You can see it leave your body on the exhale. Maybe it's exiting as gray or black smoke. Maybe it's exiting as butterflies flying off. But in some way, somehow, you've transformed it into something else as it leaves your body. And that will continue to do so throughout the entire movement practice. Even if you're not thinking about it, just know that it will continue. But do continue to think about that breath work of bringing it in through the belly button. Just continue to bring it in. Now let's move our awareness to our heart. Feel that memory that you placed in there last week, or perhaps it's a new memory, but it is a memory of ease and happiness. It's a memory when the world felt really right for you. Feel that soft smile on your face. Feel the shoulders relax and the face relax. Your eyes relax. And take your tongue and place it at the roof of your mouth. Remember, this connects the energy from the front line to the back line. So we'll keep that touching the roof of our mouth through the entire practice. And close your lips. But just keep thinking that nice, happy thought. You're going to place your right hand over your heart area. And your left hand over your belly button area. Feel that energy that's gathering behind your belly button, still spreading out through your body. And begin to take your right hand out slightly and down the body, the trunk area, and your left hand slowly moves up. Continue moving in this elliptical manner, nice and slow. And say the words in your mind or out loud. My body is in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I are one. Begin to feel and notice the energy in your hands. You can imagine a column of energy that is from the head, from the top of your head, the crown of your head, all the way down to the base of your pelvis. You can feel that energy emanating outward. And you can test it by just trying to push your hands in a little closer, and you can feel that energy, the pressure, as you try to push in towards your body. And this movement is connected to the emotion of happiness. So you can say in your mind or out loud, I am full of happiness. I feel so happy right now. Everything in my body is dancing with happiness. And just play with those words for yourself. Feel that energy. Energy changes moment by moment. And so some days you'll feel a lot of energy, and some days you won't feel nearly that same amount. Try not to judge yourself or your energy in the moment, just appreciate it. However much you build in that moment is exactly what you are supposed to have. We have to take our judgmental brain and inner critic out of this work. It is what it is. I am full of happiness. My body moves with ease and happiness. My soul radiates happiness. Check back in with your breathing, and just notice again that belly button drawing in as you inhale and the relaxation as you exhale. And try to keep your mind here in your body, your awareness here in your body. When your mind wanders off, just pull it gently back and begin to notice, how are your shoulders? Are they relaxed? How is your face? How easy does your breathing feel? Imagine again, just the glow of happiness all around you. Now, I'd like you to come to a point where your hands are going to end over your belly button area. So they're going to come to a pause. There's going to be space between your belly button and your hand, and between your other hand. There will be a space. For women, the hand goes on the outside. The left hand goes on the outside. And for men, you will end with your right hand on the outside. I want you to inhale the energy right here into that space behind the belly button, just like we did before. Feel that energy coming off your hands. Check in with your tongue, make sure it's still at the roof of your mouth. Now we're going to switch exercises. So we're going to very gently open up from that area, and we're going to begin the breathing of the universe. So I'm imagining pulling my energy out. I can see it. To me, it's like taffy. And then I compress it into that ball. And again, your ball will be a different size than anybody else's ball, so we don't have to worry about that. As I pull away and open up my arms again, I imagine I see that taffy stretching. And then I push it and I see it as a glowing globe. And I simply go back and forth. I inhale it open, and I exhale it closed. Now everyone has a different breath. So your breath may be smaller or shorter or longer. Just go with your breath. Try to elongate a little bit on that exhale, if you can. That gives you ample time to build up the energy in the ball. allow the softness through your body, through your elbows, through your hands, through your fingers. And this is the exercise that correlates with joy. So let's fill ourselves up with joy. Keep your tongue at the roof of your mouth and say in your mind, I am filled with joy. I love this feeling of joy in my body. This feeling of joy fills me up and makes me feel amazing. Imagine in your mind, what color does joy look like? Does joy have sparkles? Does joy feel watery, like the ocean, or does it feel like sun coming down through the trees? What does joy feel like in your body? What does joy feel like in your mind? I want you to find that. I want you to feel that. I want you to bring in that in your breath. For me, joy is sparkly, and I imagine that my cells are having a party. They're dancing and they are filled with joy, and they are very sparkly. So try that imagery for yourself and think to yourself, my cells are filled with joy. Imagine the softness in your wrists, in your body movements. This is the breathing of the universe. So imagine your entire body breathing, inhaling, the entire body exhaling. If you have trouble feeling your globe, not to worry, with practice it will come. Maybe your globe feels like it's there 1 minute and not there the next. That's all right too. Again, we're not creating judgment for ourselves. It will come. It just takes practice, like anything else, learning to read or walk. This is a practice. If you'd like to try adding in the knees, you're welcome to. It's not required at all. It's simply a little bit more of an advanced technique, something for you to play with when you wish to. So I just bend my knees on the exhale, and I come back to a little more straightened on the inhale. They don't ever fully straighten or lock the knees. They're remaining soft throughout. All right, we're going to move on to the next exercise. This is the joining of yin and yang. So I'm going to have you bring your hands towards your ball. You're cupping your ball in your hands, and we're going to shift it. You can, if you press inward, you can really feel that tension of the energy right around the ball. You can just play with it. See that. And if you feel like you're just barely feeling it, I want you to hold right here for a minute and inhale in through your belly button. As you exhale, I want you to send that energy out through your arms, down into your fingers, and exhale that visual of the ball getting stronger, of the energy getting stronger there. Inhale again. Exhale and feel the energy really strong coming out through your palms and fingers. Now we're going to begin with the movement. So again, I draw my elbow back and the other hand goes on top, and I draw my other elbow back. And the hands just keep changing. They don't really need to bend at the wrists. My wrists don't really change. This one is a little bit more challenging, so really give yourself grace on it. Truly add that visualization piece in. See that glowing globe. See that energy you're creating through your fingers. And the more that you see it, the more you're going to feel it. Think about that exhale, making it stronger. Inhale into the lower dantian and exhale it out through the arms, palms, and fingers. Now you could just stay here playing with it, but if you have this movement on the upper body, we're going to add in a movement to the lower body. And it looks like this. I'm going to just lean my body and bend my left knee. And then I'm going to kind of open up a little bit, my body to the side. And then I bend my right knee and I open my body up to the right side. And I just go back and forth. back and forth. I'm keeping my elbows in the air. They're not coming down to my sides. You're going to notice that feels better in the body, and I also believe that it helps the chi to flow a little freer. If combining the two movements is challenging, just go back to one. I'm moving nice and smooth. And I'm using my breath. So I inhale to one side, and then I exhale, going to the other side. Try and keep your breathing a little slower, a little deeper, a little quieter, just in and out through your nose. See that visual of the ball. Feel that joy still continuing through this exercise. I consider this kind of like a secondary piece to the breathing of the universe. So not necessarily its own exercise, although it can be. To me, this is something that I do both at the same time, one after the other. So it just goes in that joy, bringing in the joy. I'm full of joy. My body moves with joy. I feel freedom in joy. My cells are dancing in joy. I am drenched in joy. Joy surrounds me wherever I go. My words speak joy. My eyes find joy. My heart feels joy. I am joy. Come back to center. Feel that energy ball. Take a nice deep breath. As you exhale, imagine that energy ball getting denser and denser and denser, and feel that density. Play with that ball. going to press those hands together and begin to harvest the energy, harvest that chi. So go ahead and get right in between the fingers. Get them really nice and warm. And I did forget a piece when we were talking earlier. So now you're going to take your fingers and you're going to go up over your nose, over your forehead, and down your cheeks. And up over your nose, across your forehead, kind of in a heart shape. Putting that chi into the fingers, into the face, and then into the ears, because especially into the ears, we have all of there are meridian points in the ears that go along to all the channels that we're trying to reach, to clear. And so this helps to send them into those areas. And then we're going to cup our hand and we're going to cup it 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then cupping the back of the head right at the base of the skull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, so that is the end for today. Any questions that I can answer about any of that, you can unmute yourself and ask away. And if not, that's perfectly okay if you don't have any questions. Yeah, so I guess I did forget to tell you that, so we were working on the heart channel, which I did say, and so when we're moving the blockages away from the heart, we're affecting the small intestines, the heart, the skin, so overall complexion, blood vessels, and blood movement through the body. So yeah, so maybe that would give you some more information very specifically to that. And also the heart helps with, there's a connection to the uterus through the heart channel. So if you had issues with your uterus or with prolapse, uterine prolapse, you can also use that heart exercise for yourself. And so basically, when you're looking at healing yourself, we do it you can do all of the exercises that I'm going to show you in the next 6 weeks, and you can do it as just a simple program to do it over and over and over again. But if you were looking to heal something specific, instead of spending 5 minutes on one and 5 minutes on the next and 5 minutes on the next, you might wish to say, I really need some help with an eye issue. And so you would do that particular exercise that goes with, which happens to be heart actually, because the heart channel starts in the organ and then it goes through the arms and then but up into the eyes. So you could literally just focus for half an hour on the breathing of the universe to help with that over and over and over again, and that might be your practice. But again, clearing all the channels is very handy as well. So, all right. Well, please feel free to send me all of your questions if you think of it later via email, and I will answer each and every week. I will see you next week, and I wish you a very, very joyful weekend. Yes. Bye, guys. See you later.